We are all living in the Library of Alexandria, and no one is taking advantage of it. Now, no one's a hyperbole. Obviously, some people are, but for the most part, the average person is literally just wasting it away. And what do I mean by Library of Alexandria? So that was a famous library, like an ancient library in ancient Greece in the Egypt territory. Now, it sadly burnt down, but it's recorded that it had some of the greatest, pieces of work at that time in the world, in the early of civilization. Probably all Homer's epics. We only have two left, but there's apparently seven of them. But my point is that it had so much information too that it would have been amazing at that time to be in that library. But if you really think about it, we already do, or we are living in like thousands of Alexandrias because look at the internet, right? How much information we have. We're in the age of information. Yet, so many people are just wasting it away. Thomas Jefferson, like the American president, he was a big scholar. He had his own library and he even like made some of his own books, right? He loved reading. And, if he were alive today, I'm telling you, he would be freaking, he would be in shock and ashamed at all the technology we have, like these little phones or computers, or even actual libraries, and they're just being wasted away. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're probably on a phone right now. Like, you're watching probably YouTube videos. Now, like, not there's very good things on YouTube, but more likely than not, most people when they're on YouTube are watching garbage. They're watching video game gameplay that probably one's down there, and the commentary is a lot of the commentary in video games is useless. But you're not learning like while you're watching the video game. Well, most of the time, you're just watching garbage commentary that they're not actually saying anything, or other things on YouTube, right? Or TikTok. It's all useless. But you know, most of it is useless. But there is a lot of useful stuff on there, right? Or on the internet in general. You know, I love personally going on Wikipedia and reading about all these crazy stuff. And I don't do that enough, right? You can learn about any animal in the world. Look up any historical figure or any historical event or learn about sciences, right? They say you can get a degree on the internet, and that's true. You can get a whole degree on the internet, probably. Now, the issue becomes like, why don't we? The reason why is because there's so much things on the internet just drawing our attention. It's a competition. We are in a marketplace of attention. And there's so many things that are just trying to grab our attention that are useless. I mean, if you're trying to become successful and like actually be fulfilled in learning whatever kind of goal you're going after, right? These things are they're obstacles, right? I would love like to, just watch some Minecraft gameplay. So I'm building an awesome house or awesome temple, but like that's not part of my goals. That's not going to help me. That's just going to waste 20 minutes of the time I could be using to actually say like building a business or learning about any other subject. Because I have a love for learning, right? I personally like I have an Audible account and I have listened to tons of books, right? That has been so much more useful than listening to like say music. When I'm at work, I like to listen to audiobooks. And like the times I listen to music, I can't remember anything I learned or gained out of listening to those songs compared to times I listen to the audiobooks. I've gained so much. And if you're fine just being average, that's okay. But if you want to be truly great and get true greatness, you have to do what others are not doing. And what they're doing is they're wasting the age of technology. Of They're wasting the age of information. They're just throwing it all away. They're not reading books or not listening to podcasts. They're not reading interesting articles that can help them. You can become a master stock um you become a master stock investor. Just on the internet by itself, but most people don't. They don't look on Investopedia. And I think part of the reason why is, not everyone's built for that. You know, There's only a few people, like a handful of people, who actually have a passion for learning. Now, we live in the most fascinated place on earth. And, in my opinion, like, I'm trying to learn as much as I can, right? Like, the limited time I'm here, I want to learn about the history, the sciences, the culture. That's what's fascinating. I don't care about the fake lore about some video game or movie. I want to learn about the lore of the earth. That's the most fascinating thing ever created. History is the greatest soap opera ever made, you know? And beyond just the intellectual hobbies, like I said, learning information that can improve your life, right? Like, I would not have this YouTube channel and be making these kind of videos if I wasn't learning. I would not be able to, one, know how to set up a YouTube channel to make it actually prosperous, or two, I wouldn't know how to talk. I don't know what to talk about. I'll probably be talking about retro video games if this was back in 2018. It's because I learned, that became so wise. That's why. It's just constantly absorbing information. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to feel guilty about consuming just stupid things. Just how much you're doing it. That's all you're consuming is just stupid content that's not helping you, then you're not improving. But if you take the time to actually learn, on your own, then you'll be able to have those fun activities. Like afterwards, I'll just look on YouTube, see what kind of videos are in my subscription. Then I can do that guilt-free activity. That's when you can do it, after you learn. And like I said, if you want to be average, completely ignore me, right? Go on your way. This is not your video for you, right? There's no problem with that. But for those of you who truly want to be great and high value, you got to be learning all the time, absorbing useful content. You're in the Library of Alexandria, look and learn the things that will help you improve your life. But I also say, like, learn about the lore of the world. Because sometimes it's just fun, intellectual pursuit. Other times you'll find strangely useful information. For me, that's learning about psychology. Very useful information that, if you're creative enough, you can use in amazing ways to actually improve your life. So I'd say give it a shot. The best thing I think you can do is get an Audible account. Just get recommendations, right? If you want recommendations, come to me. I will show you some amazing novels out there, or just books that will help you out with your life. Give it a shot. Thanks for watching.